Welcome back to another episode of Kicking It with the Brothers, our first of the year. The transfer window is coming gone, not a lot of things going on. But most importantly, Happy New Year to all. And thanks for always kicking it with us. Most importantly, shout out to my man Charles. What's going on, brother? You doing all right?
Uh, can't complain, man. I just want to, let everybody know it was his fault. What took us so long to get on here. Um, I was trying.
Yeah, your boy has recovered 15 stitches. Unfortunately, was not, I would say, I mean, it depends on who you talk to. I'm not as pretty as Channing Crowder or Michael Porter Jr. or light skins like Charles and Carter. So therefore, I'm not as video ready as always. The fade is coming literally in an hour and a half. So I'll take pictures of like, but I am back. Thank you, Jesus, in terms of taking care of me. Dr. Dakota Summider and the nurses, because the brothers who, us Wesley Snipes type cats, we gotta do a lot more than what others have to do. You know what I'm saying? Ricardo, ML, Wesley, you know what I'm saying?
All of the same ilk.
We're trying to do better. Victor Osimhen, shout out to the Nigerian Kings who go,
Oh, man.
we are from a different elk. We have to do a little bit more to get a little bit more. That extra. That extra. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at. But most importantly, Charles, man, you were doing well. I am doing well. Was iron sharpens iron. Unfortunately, Xavi was missing the iron that sharpens iron with him. But as a Madrid fan, a la Madrid, you still have to respect game. Always respects game, and Xavi is one of the best to ever put boots on. Debate whoever you want. Um, he has very little rivals because of how he has won not only for country and club. Um, and so you never obviously I love it when Barca's not doing great, even though I still think when those two are the best teams in the world, football is better. But Xavi has now made a decision, and Laporta has now agreed to that decision to allow Xavi to leave Barcelona as manager at the end of this campaign. Charles, your quick thoughts for the group, because this is the first time everybody's seeing you, man, since the news.
Oh, man. It hurt my heart. I'm not gonna lie. Hate to see my guy go down like that. Club legend, like you said, one of the 10 best midfielders I think that ever lived. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, it. I felt bad for him at the end. He looked sad, like like I said, being a Barca guy, like he put his literally everything he had into it, and just shit, man. Some people don't appreciate good work. You got to play the Barca style. We got to play a certain way, and I do think it was a little unfair how he was being judged just based off the financial situation we got, the injuries we got, the squad we got. We can't buy no new players. We're having to run out all these teams. Our veterans aren't showing up. I just think there are a lot of factors that are really outside of him. And then once Jordi Cruyff and Almani left, I think he was real isolated within the club. Deco's not his guy. They were teammates, but I don't think they really rock with each other like that. So um, I ain't mad at him. Pretty much just quit before they fired him, which is fine by me. Giving up some money, not giving up his salary next year because he loves the club so much. So, I mean, he said he did it in the interest of the club. He definitely, even last year when we won the title, people were complaining about how many one nil wins we had, how we weren't playing the right style. So, I mean, even when you win, people seem to not be grateful for it. So, I mean, good for him. You take a break, reset, maybe go to England. I think he'd be a good English manager. Definitely when he takes over for Poch at Chelsea next year. Um, or if he takes over for De La Fuente for the 2026 World Cup. I think those are the two places I can see him at next. So good luck to my man. And I think, maybe in a couple of years, after, he gets his weight up a little bit more. And we got to remember, too, this is his first, like, big European job as well. So there's going to be growing pains in that. But, I mean, he just turned 44 a couple of weeks ago. So, he didn't close. He said he didn't close the door on coming back as manager in the future. So I definitely think of all the guys who are like former Barca guys who left and then might, that we always want to come back. I could definitely see Xavi as like the one who comes back because you can through everything, like that dude loves the club.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Zidane is done a second stint with Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti has done a second stint with Madrid. The the special one has done two stints with Chelsea. I mean, these are great. Nobody can say that those three are not top 10 managers of all time, in my opinion, especially in the modern era. So there we go. There we go. Now, who are your choices for who you would like to have next?
Um, I honestly, I'm so like, I don't think we're really gonna be able to get a better. I do think Xavi was doing a good job, like for the most part. So like, I don't really think we're gonna be able to get like a manager that's better than him. Um, I guess I've been saying De Zerbi, just because I like the way he plays. It ensures that if he comes, he's gonna bring Ansu back with him from Brighton. So, it's a win-win for me. Um, but like I don't really think that De Zerbi's like that much better of a manager than Xavi is, whatever. So, and they're still gonna have to deal with the financial situation. So, I mean, until they get that fixed, I feel like every manager is kind of gonna is like not in the best position to succeed because you can't sign nobody. You can't really go sign anybody worth a damn. So, um, I just hope that the next coach, like I said, I want Deserve just because I know he'll play the young players. Um, I definitely think that outside of Ter Stegen, De Jong will be I think 27 next year. I think he needs to be the oldest player in the squad. Everybody else needs to be like there's so many young players that are quality. I just really think we need to, get a couple of signings here and there, but like really just focus on those guys. So hopefully somebody's going to prioritize those things.
And with that being said, who are the top three players most likely to leave the club, knowing that they got to take care of their financials?
Frankie's gone. Frankie got to go.
Oh,
Frank got to go.
because you just
Uh,
want money?
he'll bring in the most money, and he's not doing so much this year. Like this, like I love him. Like he's one of my favorite players, but he's not doing enough this year to like stem the tide. So it's like, what I'm saying, like what's the point? What's the point of keeping him if he's not going to be able to stop any? Like if he's not really making an impact that's going to affect anything. Um, but probably him, Lewandowski for sure. Even if he goes to Saudi Arabia, he's going to go. I wouldn't be surprised if Gundo went to Saudi Arabia with him, um,
Wow.
or they, as well. Obviously, Marcus Alonso is out of there. Christensen's gone. Um, who else? João Felix is gone. Um, trying to think who else. Sergio Roberto's gone. So that's what, six players already.
Y'all wouldn't take João Felix back on a loan?
They'd have to take him on another loan, but I don't like if the plan is to sell players to sign players, like he's not good enough to sign right now. Like the fact
Right.
that we can probably get Cancelo for 20 is why like Cancelo's probably gonna stay. But if we gotta pay 80 for João Felix, what are we doing here? Um, so like I said, they need to bring back Ansu. Um, Firmino's got a first team number. Lamine needs a first team number. Cabreze needs a first team number. The fact that Cabreze's taken Christensen's spot is sad. And if Koundé doesn't get his life together, I think they should sell him too. Um, the man's been. I'm. One of the things that I'm over is the Jules Koundé as a center back playing as a right back. That shit is old and tired and beat up. You've been saying that for 4 years. Even your own country doesn't believe that, Jules. They played you at right back in the World Cup final. If you played right back for the Spanish champions and in the World Cup final, you are a right back. Maybe you should focus on becoming a better right back instead of bitching about not being a center back. Because clearly, the people that believe in you as a right back. So, and Rafinha's probably gonna get sold too. Um, Lamine has made him extra expendable. So,
Right.
yeah, like I said, they're trying to generate 200 million. I definitely think that selling Rafinha to selling Rafinha for 50. They probably get 20. You know, like I said, add those players up, and like I said, the big purchase. Like if they sell Frankie for 70, 80, like I'm not gonna be mad at what I wouldn't be mad at that. Also, if he stays, I'm not gonna be mad at that either. I do love Frankie, but um, you know, you got to get a pivot. I just really want us to get Kimmich.
Like that for y'all.
So my boy Pal Prim. Pal Prim gets called up to the first team. Pal Prim's the one of our promising pivots down in he's 17, but I'm big yeah, I'm deep in the academy, baby. Hey man, we got nothing but we got stars down in the academy. We got Mr. Darvish, the best German under 20 in the world right now besides well, Jamal's 21 now, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So Kimmich is the second best U21 German.
crazy.
He was winning like MVP of the U17 World Cup, I believe. And he's playing down on Barca B right now. So I think eventually he's going to move up. Um, yeah, we got players, man.
Yeah.
This is what Barcelona does. So I think they need to bring some of those guys up, give them some experience. And like the thing that I noticed about those guys most and first and foremost is they all play the Barca style. Like they understand the Barca style. I do think there's a certain case when you have certain guys out there who don't really understand what the principles are, that you can't find the identity because they haven't like there's a difference between being like raised in the identity and I'm trying to pick that shit up later in life.
And my last question for you on the Barca boys. The season's not over, but what are your realistic expectations for the rest of the season?
I just want us to put up a fight, honestly. Like I'm not I have, God willing, I got a good 60, 65. I'm trying to get 100. So I got a good 65 more Barca seasons than me. Like hey man, I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. I just want people to play well. I want Pedri to stay healthy. I want Lamine to stay healthy. I want Furman to keep getting reps. You know, but I think we're gonna beat Napoli. Um,
I do too.
I think we're gonna zip Napoli up. So I'm not worried about that, depending on the draw. But I mean, Champions League semifinal, I think is a fair outcome. Um, at the end of the day, like I don't worry about like I worry. It's one of those things that maybe you're like this too. I worry less about my club against big teams. Um,
Yep.
like I know they're gonna like somewhat show up to play against a big team. I worry about them on the road at Alaves or some shit. Like that's what I worry about them more. I think they'll show up just fine against Napoli because they know what it is. So and just like I said, Napoli will kind of bring it out of them because they're playing. When you're playing a team that's actually trying to go forward on you as well. So I also think too, Ter Stegen will be back, so that's going to definitely help. I think with a lot of things. I think so much of the issues that we've been having at the back is literally just a disorganization of him being back there, him actually being a sweeper keeper, and like Anaki Pena not coming out for balls and attacking like crosses and stuff in the same way that Mats would. So like just that general command at the back, and I mean at the end of the day, he's the team captain. When he's out there, he's the one that wears the armband, and I know they all listen to him, and I know he organizes them at the back much better than Anaki does. So I think with all of those things, I think obviously we're gonna finish third in the league. Outside possibility is second. I still don't believe in Girona. As I laid out, they still have to play. They have a game against Madrid. They have a game against us, and they have another game against Atletico. That's easily they could easily just like without it even being an upset or a dramatic thing, they could easily drop all 9 of those points. So like I'm not gonna sit here and say that they're gonna run away from anybody.
Yeah. Who's in it? Atletico worries me a little bit. They're in crazy form right now.
Yeah,
And the Copa may be theirs, which is
yeah.
great.
No, I mean, but they might prioritize the Copa.
We'll see.
But like I said, we've seen so many Barcelona seasons that have looked like this and felt like this, and they still end up finishing second somehow. So
Or
I'm
first.
like,
It's never.
like,
It's just you're absolutely right. That's like it's not it all. They always trying to make it a race. I do not see them going below fourth. I think it's not panic yet. We'll get the Champions League money and roll the dice. If we get to a semis, you never know.
like I said, I think that they're gonna, because of Xavi leaving stuff, he might try some things. He might try to like I just keep thinking every time I watch them play, they play better without Lewandowski. Like they just do. And it's because he's old, he doesn't run, he doesn't make the runs that everybody wants. And he's not like, it's not even like, as much as I want to shade him, it's not even that. He's just like the young dudes make runs that he don't make. And I mean, I'm 36. I play ball with young dudes all the time. They make runs that I don't want to make all the time. So I totally get it. But sometimes like it's necessary. So I definitely think that's gonna be better. I mean, I'm just looking forward to next year. Like I said, it's like at this point, like I'm optimistic. I want us to play well. Obviously, although I'm going to watch every game from here on out. But you know, we get the man whose jersey I'm wearing right now, that the 10 boy. I'm hoping he'll be back healthy. Hopefully he'll get back in the Brighton squad here soon, so he can score some more goals, so we can justify keeping him. But if I can get Lamine and Sue and either Vitor or Mark Gui up front as my front three. And then I hope the guy they finally realize that instead of subbing Fermin for Gabby next year, that they play them together and just let them go terrorize people together. Because those two will run until their hearts explode.
Yeah.
And they really, like, if we're talking about pressing the ball, and like the thing that you guys did, I gotta give Madrid credit, is last year while we were kicking their ass, you guys were doing the revolution of getting the old guys out and bringing
Yes.
in speed. Like, and that's why we ran you guys last year. That was because we had the speed and you didn't.
I thought
And
it's
now
just
this year, you guys have the speed in midfield. Last year, that's what we got you. The young boys ran your midfield to death. Now you guys got the speed in midfield. And now we have old midfielders with Gundo and them out there, and you ran the fuck out of us. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that it's going to force us to go back to like fast people, because I think that's so much of the problem right now is they play slow, but their people can't outrun anybody. They can't make runs behind anybody. They're not going to beat anybody in a foot race. So, I mean, dude, it's fine. Like, there's no such thing as a down year for us. Like, we're gonna be fine. I'm not really worried about it.
so today, as we are doing the show, one of the reasons why we wanted to make sure we got some Fridays for you is because we have the captain, El Capitan, and I'd say this year in form, top 3 player in the Prem. Sonny got a goal
Top,
today, 2 to
top
1.
three,
Yeah,
top three,
yeah,
top three.
yeah. We're not going.
He's been the best player in the Prem when he's been there.
The
He's been the
Egyptian,
best.
the
He's
Egyptian still is alive.
he's having a better season than the Egyptian. The Egyptian ain't the captain. That's
I,
why I don't like a lot
but
of like
you just okay. Go
I
ahead.
give no, I give Salah credit, but Salah is like, he's not Klopp, he's not Van Dyke, he's not out there for leadership. I love him, but I'm saying he's not out there for leadership. He's out there to do his job and whatever. The fact of thinking like, I give Sonny the bump because they're having pretty similar, like, you can call him even if you want, but the loss of Harry Kane and the fact that he is still the leader of the team, and he's like, I see him out there holding people accountable, screaming at people, and being the captain, to me gives him the bump, because he had, like, for me, like, they could have fell apart this year, and they, whatever, and like his leadership, I think, has been, everybody gives credit to Aaron's, but I think his leadership has been up there.
We're going. I'm not. That's a great case. I have nothing to argue with that, and I'm all right with that. I'm not hating by any stretch of the means.
I think I'm just saying, like, I think that so much is like, we talk about the spirit that like Andy brings to the team, but like the spirit too that Sonny brings to the team. Sonny make me like, I'd be happy watching Sonny play, just because Sonny get shoot vibes through the TV actually when you watch him play. Like, that dude's got such good energy. So it's yeah. I mean, you could say Salah's like the second best player. I don't know. I'm not gonna argue with that.
The best player when he actually plays and when he's healthy is the best midfielder in the world. Still is KDB, but no one can argue when it comes down to best ability is availability, and Sonny has been that outside of, once again, scoring goals in the 104th minute for his country today. Korea is now in the Asian Cup semifinals as they beat Australia by they won 2-1. So at the very least, because I do believe there's a third place, shout out to our boy Jurgen Klinsmann. Very, very much in line for a gold medal in terms of the thing that'll be around his neck. as well as a trophy. They are 2 wins away from that. We thought that Korea would be the ones. We'll see what Japan does later on. But also in terms of going to another continent, oof, the top 5 teams in Africa all lost, or the top 5 favorites. Nigeria lurking, ready to go, led by none other than the man Victor Osimhen. Right now, they are beating Angola by a score in the 80th minute. So we will see. We probably will be on by the time this is a wrap. Maybe not.
It's 2-0. It's 2-0.
2-0 now.
Big Vic just scored.
It is a wrap.
No, my bad. Never mind. Said 4 minutes ago he scored, and then 3 minutes ago it said disallowed.
Take it off. I'm trying to see the live. Have you seen the AFCON memes? I need you. And have you seen the AFCON, like the vibes? I just need the vibes check on AFCON for you. What you see on the platform known as X now.
I've been seeing some wild things out there, man.
Wild.
I'm not gonna say we need to pull up an AFCON, but look like a good time. Look like a lot. Like, yeah, this the most disorganized, organized, the crazy. Hey, man, AFCON, baby. Like they need to have that in America next time. Just save yourself some time. Like they need to do that like the Copa. Just go ahead and do that here, buddy.
It's been some wild stuff. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the vibes look good there. It looks like everybody's having a joyous time. Clearly it helps Nigeria for them to, if they keep on winning, that'll be good. Charles, you shared in the group chat with one of my favorite players, Bukayo Saka, in terms of a quote that he used regarding his heritage. Would love to just get your thoughts on, as you know, he's probably thinking, he's like, man, seeing them go and do their thing, go a little further in the AFCON, he's probably got some thoughts.
I mean, it was kind of like it was a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I support him. It's cool, but I'm like, I don't support him enough to like want to play for him.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like, yeah.
All in 4K. Did not hesitate. Yeah, that was wild. Bukayo, I know he's doing his thing for England, but you know what? Support the right way. That's all you can hope for. The Asia Cup, you do lasting prediction here. Do you think Korea gets it done, or you got Japan? Japan's good. They have a lot of quality players.
I'm gonna go. Who does Korea got in the semi? They don't have to play Japan in the semi. That's all I'm double checking. They don't have to play Japan in the semi.
Let me double check.
They beat them in the final. I got faith.
Iran and Japan are in the quarters. Qatar and Uzbekistan. So it'll be Jordan. Oh my God, Hussam. That dude gonna be going crazy. They doing their thing. South Korea, Iran, Japan, and Qatar and Uzbekistan. Let me see the semifinals here. What happened there? Okay. Yeah, it's important. We don't want them to play each other. It's not showing me in terms of the bracket there. I'll make sure we get to it. But
it was a sunny free kick for the game.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. Cool. I just saw the clip.
So yeah, it was lovely.
The Asian God. The Asian GOAT. Is there any debate about who the Asian GOAT is?
It's got to be him. He's been incredible. And I love that he stayed and done his thing at Tottenham for sure. That's what matters. So.
I mean, I want better for him, but yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm just saying, I love, like, I'm not to say, like, obviously Tottenham's a big club, but like, I'd like if he was at Barca or if he was like at Madrid, but like, I'm not even talking about like new Madrid. I'm talking about like 3 years ago with like Benzema Madrid. Like, that would have been like, he gives off Galactico vibes. And like, I feel like I feel like if he was at a bigger club like Barca or whatever, you'd feel more of that, like, he's really the most famous person in Asia kind of vibes.
We have Jordan versus South Korea, which will be the semifinal in Al Ryan on match 47, 48.
Hold on, how'd you pronounce it?
Al Ryan. Al Ryan.
I'd take the headphones out. I'd take the fucking headphones out for that one.
A Qatar versus Uzbekistan at Alcor. That'll be
Oh, that was nasty.
and that'll be the semifinal. Then the winner of Iran versus Japan and the winners of Qatar, excuse me, Uzbekistan will play in Doha on February 7th. What it looks like, I will say there's no third place. I thought there would be a third place game here, but it does not look like Sonny will be before February 10th because I think they're going to get it done. So
yeah, I mean the AFCON final and that one are on the 10th.
Yeah, so should be fun.
Good. Because I was trying to see if Ocean was going to be back for Champions League.
Should be fun. So it looks like we'll have that final, and you're gonna go with your boy. Yeah. All right. We'll make sure gotta make sure everybody sees that free kit for sure in the group chat. No doubt about it. A week from Tuesday, we will be in the Champions League round of 16 again. But before that, some really good club fixtures coming up, in my opinion. Definitely for those who are, I think it's fair to call Atletico in the title race. So giving you some predictions for the weekend. First on, even though we're not doing it chronological, but with us staying in La Liga, we have Real Madrid back finally hosting Atletico. They played them. It'll be the third time they played them in 6 weeks. Charles, your prediction?
You guys are gonna win.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I give you guys 2-1. Actually, no, 3-2.
Wow, even more goals. Okay.
Yeah, because I like they don't Atletico don't play the stuffy style anymore. They be trying to go get it every once in a while. And I mean, it's guaranteed Greasy's gonna score at some point against you guys because he be cooking y'all.
Yes.
So
Killing.
I mean, yeah. He's a problem. Back to being one of the 10 best players in the world. And I'm being light by putting him that low.
Yeah, he's been very, very good. No question about it. No question about it.
So I'll give you 3-2. You guys, like I said, I think just being at home will give you that extra push.
You would think so. But we will see.
I'm just saying, you won in Saudi Arabia. They won at home. You guys will win at home. It makes more sense. Tracks.
Jude has already served his punishment for yellow card suspension, but while we're here talking about my boys, Jude was caught on camera to his fellow countrymen.
English beef.
There's something else, but that's what light skins, you never know.
Hey man, that don't sound like that sound like we've been on business. That's what that sound like. That don't that's a wild thing to just yell at somebody.
Use those words, not like you trash ass Nick. Like, you know what I'm saying? None of that. You at first I'm like, oh, did he call him a P word? I'm like, nah. He just straight up, he's like, what's the worst thing I could ever call you of what you were ever great?
Tip of his tongue. Because you ain't just pulling that out off the dome.
That must be somebody around the way with Jude or Job, like somebody know the full fam or something. Like somebody.
Yeah. Some circles have been interlinked.
Bro, can you just imagine? Like, all right, so when what's my man? Carl Hobbs used to wear when he used to coach at GW in the student section, he used to go purple suit. Get that right, try to get his attention. Huggy respectfully, just because I mean we still dealing with the same thing 23 years later. ED Athletics keep harping them. They didn't like it when we was like DUI, like the student section stuff. That's banter. But brother to brother, straight countryman. He goes, you and he read his lips.
He probably Mason text Marcus Rashford yesterday, like, yo, what the fuck?
nah,
What's up with your man?
Marcus trying to bring it all together from clubbing in Belfast. He's probably with the
Man.
old ones.
Yo, if you really think about it too, it's a little nasty between Rashford, Sancho, Jude, and Greenwood. Hell, Saka's like the only one who act right for real.
For what we
Saka
know,
and Jude.
for what we know, because you know who else ain't acting right? Kyle Walker.
Oh, Kyle Walker is a wild. I didn't know. I didn't know.
I
I didn't know. Kyle Walker, you are fast on the field and off the field, my guy.
brother, he's switching up. I mean, he
Savage, savage,
that was
savage,
wild, bro. Been,
savage.
been making up with the first baby mama saying, I love you. Let's do the. And so right before he walking out the door, that one getting pregnant while you're going to hang out with the model, he got more kids than Dwight Howard. Now Dwight Howard talking about like he want to go a certain way. Kyle may become, I don't know. I don't know. Kyle got, once again, these are things that I can't relate to. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? This man is different. That light skin energy that is going around in 2023 and 2024 is super wild.
Hold on, I just want to make a distinction between American light skin and English light skin. Big difference. It's still light skin, but they over there, there's some wild boys.
But whenever Marcus Rashford is in the news, it's saying talk about he calling in sick, and that's the worst. That's like out of the three, the least hurtful thing I've seen.
Yeah.
It's stuff going on with the light skinned bros and
Uh,
of English football. Man, saga stuff going on.
Hey,
Crazy.
calling off work, but you was in the club doing your own
I
selling.
be sick.
It was the fact that he was in the club with doing the selling that had me weak. Like, bro, you ain't even couldn't he say that
Wild.
wasn't you?
Wild. You know what's even crazier though? Like I'm trying to think of the equivalent. Like, say Craig really did get fired on his day off, which he did, but Marcus didn't get fired on his day off. But imagine going back to work the next day that you can actually perform while you're getting a paycheck and you score within the first 5 minutes of the match, which is what he did yesterday. So Marcus, like that takes a lot. Like you gotta be, and Ten Alex, I think he's actually handled the right way. United is the culture we've had a discussion on that, but like, man, like, bro, he's doing everything he can to just keep it right. And then all of a sudden, like, bro, if I cannot not play him because I said it's done, it's an internal issue. And you know what? He helped him out though. But Marcus, what them bros, them light skinned young boys are mad, bro. It's crazy. Let's keep up with the predictions. I just had to make sure we it's not that we went off kilter, ladies and gentlemen. What we did is always try to get something light in here. Again, emphasis on light again. Um, I think this is a tricky match for y'all. I just want to get you on record just in case I need to use it later on for some snippets. But I think it's actually a tricky game for y'all on Saturday. Y'all are going
Two games.
Merseyside at Everton, Tottenham, 6:30 kick or 7:30 our way, 4:30 for the other half of the Barca boys way. Give me a Everton Tottenham prediction.
I mean, I don't like the sound of guitars like that early in the morning, but I mean, I'm always ready for a rock concert, baby. I'm always ready for a little rock and roll football. Um, I'm gonna go 3-1 Spurs.
Damn.
No, we're gonna score goals. I'm not like, yeah. I mean, hey man,
That's
it's
too
and
far.
this is Ange don't give a damn about no Ange don't care. We're gonna play this high line.
Nah, he's
We
a
got
trick,
we got we,
bro.
we got the Mick back, so we got speed at the back now. Pedro Porro back there running his ass off. Destiny doing his thing. And I'm assuming Matters is gonna get more minutes. He only played he subbed on the other day, so I'm assuming he might get to start.
Mm.
But I mean, now that we got him back, our creativity just goes, you know, exponentially better. So yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1. Like the way they're playing, the way they're spread, like they're running teams, the way they're spreading teams out, and the way they're just getting those crosses in, like good low crosses they're getting in, that these guys are just tapping in, like Richie's getting stuff. That one that Brennan Johnson got, like everybody just kind of seems to be like Brennan Johnson's coming around for sure.
Mhm, mhm.
So like, and Richarlison has more reason than anybody to score, um, for sure. So I definitely think he's going to get another goal tomorrow too,
Got you. Got you.
and be a dickhead and try to act like he don't want to celebrate, but we'll celebrate.
Yeah. So we got a 6-pointer on deck. So I like these just because I mean this matters in terms of European places later, but a 6-pointer because West Ham is in 6th place with 36 points, and Man United's in 7th place. So this is for that Europa spot at 35 points. At OT, United versus West Ham. Tricky one though.
Is no what country Kudus play for? Is he back yet? Or is he
Yes,
still gone?
he just I think he's gonna be out. Yes. He ain't Nigerian.
Oh, we outside. I'm going West Ham. West Ham scoring at least three.
That fan
Um,
getting right. At least 3 if Jared Bowen gotta be healthy though.
yeah, I need him to start. He's starting in my PL squad. So been striding a lot. These fixtures have been ruining my PL squad, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'm gonna go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go 2-2.
You know what? At OT, I'm gonna go 2-1. At it been West Ham, I definitely would have. You know what? I really even wouldn't have said it was gonna be a draw. I would have said West Ham would handle business. This is also David Moy, David Moyes derby as well, as he's managed both the teams. Let me see let me confirm on Kudus real quick.
I just want everybody to know I'm struggling in our PL league. I'm 17th right now.
Oh, I'm
Still
19.
two,
I went from
still 2 spots ahead of the Mr. Lofton right here.
in 2.5 weeks, I went from 6 to all of a sudden I was 19th. I'm like, what happened to my team?
The
What happened to the
fixtures,
game
bro.
that I love?
Yeah,
Ghana.
I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm well,
Curtis Ghanaian.
yeah.
Him and Partey, who apparently is hurt again. Uh, so that's a prediction for that. And then the big one, um,
Is Big Norway supposed to be healthy this week?
it don't matter though. At Brentford away, dog, like City's on smoke, bro. I ain't even talking about them this week. I gotta wait till Champions League because I see it. I don't want to acknowledge it. I'm seeing it what I'm seeing it. But that does matter for our PL squads. The big one, 11:30 Eastern. It'll be 4:30 in England. And so here we are. Arsenal for the third time in 6 weeks. They drew 1-1 at Anfield in the league. FA Cup lost 2-0 on a late Luis Diaz near post. And now Arsenal find themselves 5 points back in third place of the Premiership. Liverpool is 5 points clear of Arsenal and City as well. Right now, as we speak, City has a game in hand. They're saying Salah is back in training. He was on the bench. He does not come on. Partey has now been ruled out by Mikel Arteta today. Havertz has not started the last 2 matches. Coincidentally, Arsenal has won 2 matches in a row. Coming off to a 5-0 from against Crystal Palace, and then they won another. And then they came away from Nottingham Forest, the City grounds there, 2-1. Let up a late goal, not needed to do that to make things a little nervy. Still, something's missing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But Bukayo had a goal and assist. Nunez, Diego Jota's back. That's a problem. God, he's very, 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 very good. And he's a goal scorer. Um, I don't feel confident in this match. The only thing is like it being at Arsenal. If Partey was healthy, I would say that okay, here we go, we're fine, because then we can roll out Partey, Odegaard, Rice in the midfield. I'm hoping for 2-1. I think it's gonna be 2-2.
Uh, okay, so in the past week, I've changed my mind. I think Liverpool are going to win the league. So let's start
All
off
right.
with that. I think Liverpool are going to win the league. Um, I
I don't
just think
want
with
to get
Klopp,
into him,
with
by the way, on this episode because I think because
no, but I'm
how
saying
much
like
we
it's part of
love
my
him, we need to get
yeah,
some non-object, like
but
some other people who
yeah,
are we're not objective when it comes to Klopp. I'm gonna just let everybody know that
yeah,
right now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
Charles
my
and I are
feeling
not
is like
objective. It goes to Jurgen Klopp.
yeah, my feeling is that they're not going to lose the league. They're gonna send them out on the right way. It's kind of where I've changed my mind. Um, And like you talk about like what Jota's doing, it's the fact that he's relentless. Luis Diaz is relentless. And for all that we talk about Darwin, he's relentless. Like like all them dudes do when they get the ball, like they're like the anti like Barca, like back passing and doing all this other shit. Like they get the ball. Luis Diaz is trying to score every time he touches the ball, I feel like he ain't there for none of the games. Um, I like their squad. I think that like for what you guys want to do, I think that Liverpool is just a bad matchup. Um, I'm gonna go 2-2 draw. Three. I don't think 3-2 Liverpool. If you guys like really try to like actually try to play with them.
I'd love a draw. I wouldn't love it. I mean, I'd love a win because then I'm like, oh, here we go. Maybe like Arteta's figured it out. I do not
Mhm.
see that. I just like I said, my heart was hoping win. You'll never come in here and be like, all right, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, of course, facts.
But
But I just think it's not even like not my usual Arsenal hate. I just think Liverpool are better and playing better right now, and so I think I can see them finding a way to make it work. I don't think Salah will play though. I wouldn't play him. I wouldn't waste him.
um, Charles, Trent is back. They think potentially, like they think he's going to start this weekend. Trent's been good. We got to also say Trent probably is going to make FIFA Team of the Year so
Trent is
far.
nice. Trent don't defend nobody, but at the same time, like there aren't a bunch of right backs who defend anymore. Like I can't even be mad at him. Like Carvajal's like really the only right back who defends anymore. Um, and the man, like, let's call it what it is. The man hits the best crosses in the world. He's the
Mm.
best crosser in the world. Like I don't think there's really any doubt about that. He make something happen. Something gonna happen. And they like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like Martinelli's gonna fucking run him down. If he was your left back and Saka was like the player he was like I'd actually be worried, but like I'm not worried about him against Martinelli. He'll get plenty of cover. It would be nice. I'll say this about your squad. As I've like had to pay attention to them for the last 3 years because of you and X and like really been like paying attention to like the beats of them.
Sure.
This would be a great game for them to like step up and like hold their nuts in so many words. Like, and actually, like, I feel like these are the games they over the course of like the last 3 years that they haven't been able to like win, and like y'all have to win. Like, I'm not saying they don't win them every once in a while because you beat City or whatever, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody thinks you're gonna lose, and like, no, actually, they put their foot down and they decided. You know what I'm saying? Like, I that would show me something I feel like I haven't seen from you guys.
I think we're the only squad. No, it's Tottenham and us, I think, in the last two campaigns who have actually can say that they've beaten City and Liverpool.
Mhm.
And we are a draw away from City and no, but let's not even go there. but let's just focus on Liverpool. If we win the last 2 campaigns, we will have gotten 8 points from Liverpool, which is great. But also,
Yeah,
I'll say this right here: the title race is over. If they lose, it don't matter. They're not coming back on 8. Just with Jurgen, and we're gonna do our Jurgen episode one day. The title race is done. We are in the top 4 race firmly with Aston Villa and Tottenham, our London rivals.
Villa's gonna fall off. Villa's not making them top 4.
Depends
They're just not.
if our boy prioritizes the conference league. You know how Emery is about the
Uh,
shit.
Y'all believe the streets believe in you not more than I do.
Huh?
The streets believe in you not more than I do.
That's another discussion for another time.
I'm just saying, like,
Because
okay, I think, but I like in the tiers of coaches we got to talk about Monday. Maybe we'll just have to talk about
you
like
know
tiers
what?
of
Yes,
because
that's next.
I think Xavi's a better manager than Unai. I think yes, but I think Unai's a better manager than Tuchel. So it's like it's sliding scales on like who I think is better.
It, and this is where we actually have tiers, and we'll have to get into
Yes,
those.
because like I'll just knock Tuchel real quick. We talk about how smart he is, but then he don't do shit. Like the whole thing is like that he's like supposed to be like a tactical genius, and he just be doing shit. And he's once again, and not to mention, he lost me when he said Joshua Kimmich wasn't a pivot no more. That's when I was like, I started to question everything that man said.
Yeah,
I watched the man be the best pivot in the world for 3 years, and you
right,
come in and all of a sudden, nah.
right,
Actually, Jamar Chase is a tight end. Really?
right, right. I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. Um, Man, that brings us to the end of the show. Any lasting thoughts? We knocked this out nicely.
I mean, like I always say, man. I mean, first off, the fit is I'm killing it.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Barca to the death. I mean, man, support your managers, man. It's always hard when like to watch Pirlo and now at what you call it at Roma now, like to see these club legends come back and kind of it's so weird. In our day-to-day life, we got Coach Grant at Dayton, so it's interesting to see these guys at their former places that they love. So it's kind of hard too, but kudos to my guy Xavi, got me another La Liga. Um, Still one of my favorite players of all time. Still legend. We still love him. He's still family. I'm gonna have to get a jersey in his honor, just to my boy Clutch. But I mean, yeah, man, soccer's here. Like ready for the back half of this for the season now. Like I feel like this is when things like really turn up, pressure gets built. Every one of these matches like actually counts. So I'll be super excited when everybody gets back from their respective cups. So that we have everybody because I think Tottenham's got another gear in them. And I think once they get Sonny back, they'll be able to kick it. So like I'm not gonna say that like Tottenham is definitely is gonna like I'm not stupid enough to say we're in the title race, but I definitely think that like there's a chance we're gonna finish like close to second. Um, if that point is clear. I don't think they're gonna be far off.
I
I think
got what
like
you were saying, bro. That's
yeah.
a lot of lasting points. I'm gonna move on.
Shit. Hey man, it was lasting. The thoughts were lasting. Fucking light skin slander I had to listen to. You mad at me because I want to talk about my 2 teams. Man, this was bullshit.
Not mad at all. I heard what you were saying without saying it, and I caught it. You thought you were slick.
Ain't got nothing to do with y'all. I just believe in what we're doing. I believe, like, I'm, how I live my life. I run my race, and I think Tottenham have another gear in them. I think, like, if you take out, you got to think, bro. There's so many 9 games against big 5 clubs. Man, the schedule fall right. Tottenham can run off like just run off 8, 9 straight when the Asian Cup winner comes back. But I mean, at the same time, Bright might do the same when Matoma gets back, and they might climb up a little higher and get to one of those spots too. So, um, super interested in that. Yeah.
We'll see.
Also, quick question for you:
We'll
Is
see,
Liverpool
mate.
winning Europa?
We'll see, mate. What?
Is
That's
Liverpool winning Europa?
I
And do
think
you think they will actually prioritize it in any
yeah,
way?
I think they're about to prioritize everything. They're about to get their mini quad. That's what they're going for.
Queasy, the Queasy quad.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what we could give it. They ain't having manchego cheese. Shout out to Spanish cheese. Manchego's
Yes.
fire. If you have
Yes.
never had manchego cheese,
Yes.
get your bougie on. Let me tell you how good manchego cheese. They are absolutely having. I guess it's not. I mean, it's definitely a little bit above Kraft singles, but definitely the Kraft string cheese. If we go give it a quad with the Europa, but if it would be any other manager, then I would be shaming them or calling it a quad. But it's Jurgen. You just win every game. That's just what it is. Just go win every game, and we'll touch base on that.
Simple enough.
See, good luck to against. I think y'all got Alaves, and then we will holler next week, and then can't wait to bring our boy Exxon. We will be celebrating him. Congratulations! You don't talk a lot on social media about your engagement. This will be a phenomenal week for you if the Gunners handle business, but we can't wait to bring y'all back. Then Champions League predictions, and then we will think about what we're going to bet. It's got to be probably something gentleman-like, but we will keep that rolling. Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy all the derbies and enjoy all the great football that's back in what was the most dreary of transfer periods in the winter window that we've ever had. We out.